Dreadwing is punishing, his Gatling gun is illin'. The Decepticon bomber's a transformer rama, a 3-in-1 villain that's chillin'. Combat tank and sonic jet transform with the double trouble robots. The missiles go boom, smelling certain doom as they take aboard the awesome Autobots.
Autobots, help!
No one can save you from triple-changing Dreadwing.
Transformers Generation 2. Dreadwing is all you see here. Other figures sold separately.
So that was Dreadwing. He does transform and all that. I do like his vehicle mode. Looks like a hang glider almost in a way. Kind of a different vehicle. I do like the cannon, surprisingly. I do like the aspect that, I mean, they really advertise a lot of gimmicky stuff again. I know that I keep on complaining about that just because though it's expected, it's not something that like I would be jumping at just in general, just because though it's kind of cool, and this was nice because, you know, it advertised something that became popular with boys because, like, you know, you have like all these Nerf guns now and all that, and Nerf's big, so like you'd have like these multiple bullets or whatever, or darts. So in this case, it had like, you know, a whole bunch of them in a circular area that you could shoot off or whatever, which was smart and, you know, creative, and most people kind of liked it. Personally, I would say that this is one of the fewer things that I don't complain as much about, just because Dreadwing isn't too popular, isn't like super significant, so it's a little bit more justified and probably matches his character pretty well. But at the same time, it's not my ideal idea for Transformers, due to the fact that I just like the regular stuff rather than going for the weird gimmick stuff. So it's okay. Yeah.
The battle takes to the sky with Cyberjets, high-flying Autobots versus combat-ready Decepticons. Cyberjets are loaded with firepower and ready to transform.
Robots in disguise.
Transformers! Cyberjets, each sold separately.
So those were the Cyberjets. Cyberjets, of course, are pretty popular, are pretty interesting ideas. I wouldn't say that they're popular. I don't know why I said that. I wouldn't say that they're popular. Those actually looked they look almost like made of a material almost like paper or something like that. Like there's a certain kind of like cardboard or plastic. I don't know, it's more like styrofoam. Actually, that's what I would call it. It's more like a styrofoamy material for like the wings seem to be applied there, which is kind of different. Not necessarily, obviously not that strong. So if you're looking to have these figures play with them, if it is styrofoam, I would not necessarily say that that's the greatest thing ever, but judging by how the wings kind of moved around and folded and how the transformation looked, it kind of made me feel like those were made of like styrofoam or something like that. I wouldn't necessarily say it would be plastic. I mean, maybe it's plastic. It's either plastic or styrofoam, and plastic would be a little bit more ideal compared to styrofoam, obviously, but I don't know. So anyway, they were cool though, definitely cool. Just I'm a little bit, I would say I'm a bit hesitant for that, but okay.
Get ready for combat! Combat Optimus Prime, the ultimate Autobot hero, now packs the ultimate firepower. Optimus transforms from cool combat trailer into awesome combat robot. But the evil Megatron is mega tough. Megatron transforms from combat tank into evil combat robot.
Transformers! Born to transform!
Transformers Generation 2, Combat Optimus Prime and Combat Megatron, each sold separately.
Okay, so that was the Combat Optimus Prime and Combat Megatron. One thing I will note about especially Megatron is the fact that his vehicle mode, the only thing that makes him, and this is kind of true about his bot mode as well, the only thing that makes him look like Megatron is the head. Like, if it weren't for the head, that could be really any figure. I mean that, because like it's not like there's really anything signature on that Megatron figure other than the fact that it has like a tank look to it. Optimus, on the other hand, he has some red colors, though there's a lot more white than usual, which is very different for Optimus, because Optimus is typically known as being red and blue, usually not that white. So that's kind of different. So I mean, I'm okay with it. You know, these are gimmick versions. These aren't the ones that like people are buying as much of. I mean, these are not the regular ones that everyone probably bought because, you know, those were like, he was on Optimus. I want to have Optimus. But, you know, this is different. So, I don't know. I'm okay with it, I guess. So, yeah.
The evil Dreadwing is a triple changer, transforming from stealth bomber into a combat jet and battle tank. The jet transforms, and the tank transforms into evil double trouble robots.
Okay, so again, that was Dreadwing. Advertising the same thing. One thing I did not notice, which is obviously very important, is the fact that Dreadwing actually splits into two bots rather than one. Obviously different from what you usually know. Obviously there have been different versions where like you're able to transform into multiple things, or you're able to have more than one, which is not something that's unusual. It has happened several times where like they can split into two figures or even three sometimes. And obviously the combiner figures, that's normal. I mean, Bruticus, Devastator, you know, Superion, all these different guys, Menasor, all the they split into like 5 or 6 figures typically. I mean, that's normal for them, but it's not normal for every figure. A lot of figures don't split at all. So, cool though.
It's Megatron crushing Optimus Prime under power sound treads, transforming from battle tank to robot, blasting Prime with lock and load cannon. Listen to the voice of doom. Transformers Generation 2. Megatron is all you see here. Optimus Prime sold separately.
Okay, so that was another Megatron commercial. Same one, basically, shortened version. It's okay. You know, personally, I like original G1 Megatron. Cool though, obviously brings in that idea that becomes a lot more popular over time, which is the tank form of Megatron, rather than having the other form that typically is shown of him early on, which was the gun. But still cool. Still works. You know, some cases he's even a plane. It varies. Typically, it's a war machine. But this is cool. Not the best figure ever, but you know, it's early, so it works and it does the job. So good enough, I guess you could say. So cool, regardless, though. So yeah, nice. And right as I clicked it off, I just realized that I completely forgot that that's about it for the commercials that I got right now. Might do a little bit more, not sure. I might jump directly from this to Beast Wars. I guess you'll have to wait and see. Personally, for me, I have to say that these are some okay commercials. Not really that big on them. Probably am going to jump more likely than not, just because I'm not as fond of these commercials to the same extent, but we'll see. I'm not going to say anything just because I don't know yet. Probably going to jump, but I can't promise anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video regardless, or these videos, because it's probably be multiple parts. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me down in the comments what you thought about it and what's your what do you remember from G2, especially since it's a little bit more of a less known show and one that's not as popular typically among most audiences and typically isn't talked as much about, while G1's often like raved over. So you know, I'm definitely interested in hearing what people's opinions of G2 is. Personally, for me, I think it's an okay season. I believe it really only lasted like maybe a season, maybe a little bit more than that, and lasted like an okay amount of episodes, but overall it wasn't that popular due to the animation and style. I think that it was early animation as well, and what follows this isn't that much better with animation style. I think that the story is better though, and I think the animation's a little bit better, but at the same time, it's not the greatest. It's like, you know, it was a lot of really early animation tests, and they were hoping that things would work out. I mean, Beast Wars did pretty decently, but let's not get there yet. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, subscribe again, and thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in whatever video I make next that you guys look into. So anyway, guys, goodbye.